What is up, everybody? As I always say, I never thought I was going to make another one. Blah, blah, blah. I probably should stop making that be my tagline. But here we are. I don't want no Huns. I decided that I needed to make this video because I was going to do a reactionary video in my stories on Instagram, and there was just too much to make it a story. And I just knew that I had too much to say, and it was going to be a little bit crazy. I am going to be reacting to a live, I'm not going to call it training. I don't really know what to call it. That was done by Brittany Rose and Connie Sanchez. And I'm not going to blur out their faces because this was posted live or publicly so that anybody can see it. Brittany Rose and Connie Sanchez and anyone else who is on their team, if you end up seeing this, I am not attacking the people. I am not attacking Brittany or Connie. I am commenting and criticizing what they are saying, which is my First Amendment right to do. In my opinion, I think that what they are saying is harmful and damaging to women, particularly because that's who this is geared at. But this is not a personal attack on these women particularly. This is a commentary and criticism on the information that they are sharing. So without further ado, I started recording before I even did an intro, so I don't even know how this thing starts. So let's just get into it. So I need to do it this way because this is going to be too long. So here we go.
Hold on. You know what? I'm going to switch this up.
Yeah, you're not looking rough, and it's fine. I already told them.
Woo! Bright and glowing.
Also, if you're trying to like sell a hair product, again, why are you wearing a hat? Moving on.
Now,
Yay.
Okay.
Okay, we're chatting. I'm gonna let Britt start this, you guys.
I'm gonna like stop a lot. Just so you know what it says, this is called Biz and Bible Troubles and Hardships. Who has your headspace? It matters. Sometimes God won't meet your expectations because he wants to exceed them. Guys, again, let me preface this disclaimer. I'm not criticizing these women. I'm criticizing what they are saying. These women are beautiful women. Nothing against them. I don't know why they're wearing hats when they're promoting a hair product, whatever. But what they're about to do is connect God and the Bible with their business. And this is beyond unethical, and this is beyond against the Bible. So, as a recovering Catholic, I can't wait. Buckle up. Let's go.
We kind of go, what's been on our hearts, what's been on our minds, and one of us will usually have something more than the other, and we kind of just go from there. So, Britt, you start with what you were telling me.
Okay. You guys, so I went to a concert last night, and I got to go listen to Riley Clemens and Torrin Wells sing. And first of all, if you don't know who they are, go look them up, go add them to your playlist. Your heart and your soul will just be filled with such good words of encouragement, and the words have such meaning and purpose, and it will just make you feel better about your day, right?
Christian
Because
pop music.
God's words are powerful first and foremost. But throughout the concert, Riley had sang a song called Headspace. And I was listening to the lyrics and I'm like, yes, this is so good and it's so true. And we've talked about this with you guys before in the past about mindset and about keeping your head and your space protected, right? Because you can't go out there and do the things that you're set to do or that you are made to do, that you have a purpose, right? If you're all messed up in your head or you're letting the...
So this is where this becomes so problematic. The things she's saying aren't wrong, right? You have to be in a good headspace to do. I just realized my light's not on. You have to be in a good headspace to do anything. You have to like know who you are. But where this becomes manipulative is when they connect this to a business model that is 99% guaranteed to fail, a business model that bleeds money from people, a business model that manipulates and batters, and literally one of the people in this business is trying to bully me right now on my appearance. So how do you try to take advice that is good but attach it to a business model that is unethical? And this is where the manipulation is so toxic and so hard to identify. Oh,
enemy come in and say these things to you. You're not good enough. You can't do it. Or I'm going to take away this. Or, you know, whatever the case, it's putting fear and doubt and all these and negativity into your mind, right? Because what is the devil out there trying to do? He's out there trying to kill, steal, and destroy. That is his purpose. And he wants to strip our joy away. And and that's the one thing he knows. It's not all the other things, it's your joy. Because if you take the joy away, then what happens? You're hopeless. You have no reason to get out of bed. It takes away everything else. So we got to protect our headspace. And I just think that that's so important of a reminder, not only in the business world, but also in the spiritual world, of your heart and your faith and what you want to do with everyone around you, right? You have to have your headspace correct and on the right way in protecting it. So you can talk about that, Con, because you're good at protecting your headspace. And how do you do that? Like, how?
With a beanie.
Can you apply? How can you give some people some words of encouragement on how to really, truly protect that?
Well, okay, you guys, I loved what you just said, and just totally while you were talking, I'm like, ain't that the truth? This is the thing, you guys. The enemy is not going to he may try to use circumstances or finances or situations to get you down, but guess what? God also uses those things.
Yo, who's the enemy in this situation? When they say he's going to try to use finances and situations to get you down. Who's the enemy?
Which we're going to talk about too. You get to determine, though, if you're going to let those things rob you of everything Brady just said. Because if he can take your joy, I promise you, you will be hopeless. You will feel, worthless. You will feel doubtful. You will be fearful. All those things, right?
Okay, so if the enemy, who I assume she's referring to being the devil, takes your joy, and your joy is this business that is statistically proven for you to fail, this business that manipulates you, this business that bullies you, this business that is so unethical. If he takes this joy from you, you will be worthless. Is that the message that you're trying to connect here? Are you trying to connect your unethical business to the devil? Oh my gosh. Like I might have a brain aneurysm.
So he really does aim at taking away your joy. It's not the circumstance, it's not the situation, you guys. How can two people go through the same situation, right, where they've grown up in the same household or they've had the same whatever, and one goes this way and one goes this way? It's our headspace, you guys, and it really, really matters so much. And this is
hold on, I'm gonna move on.
That's why we're talking about this week, you guys, because Brittany and I are not, please understand, perfect by any means. We have our days, we have our moments, but what you can never take from us, and I shared this in a training last week, you can never take my joy. You can take my momentary pleasures, my feelings in the moment. Yeah, for sure. But you literally cannot take my joy, because it was never yours to take.
No one wants your joy. We're not trying to take your joy. We're trying to protect other people from being scammed. Because at the end of the day, your joy has been built upon a complete lie and manipulation and dangling this carrot of success that is unreachable for 99% of the people that you are trying to reach. So the delusion is that what you call joy, the rest of the common sense world sees as a scam and unethical and problematic. No one wants your joy. I don't want your, oh my gosh, I can't.
It belongs to the Lord, you guys. We get our joy and hope from what he says.
So theoretically speaking, or I guess not theoretically, hypothetically speaking, let's say I'm an atheist. I'm not. But let's say I'm an atheist, but I really want to join Monet. Can I? Can I join Monet if I don't believe in God?
The way I protect my headspace is making sure that I don't run off of feelings and I go off of facts. And what are facts?
You go off of facts? What are the facts? Tell me.
Facts are what the Bible says. Facts are
who wants to tell her? Who wants to tell her? It's not going to be me. I don't think I have it in me.
what God says. Facts are what he's given us, you guys, and the tools he's given us to get through circumstances. So do you want to read them, what you were talking about with the troubles or the circumstances, that part that you were telling me?
Yeah, absolutely. So that, going off of that song, right? The song, you have to just download it today.
No.
If it's on your to-do list, just listen to the song, listen to the lyrics. But
Okay, with all due respect, and somebody you can put in the comments or message me, do you put in your to-do list to download a song? I don't know. All right, I'm being nitpicky. I'm sorry, Brittany and Connie.
she just was saying, like, you cannot have my headspace, Satan, right? You are not allowed in. You are not allowed to take over. Like, the Lord is going to protect me from that. I have a purpose. I have a plan. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I was set out to do. And her whole little motto or her whole slogan is, you matter. You matter. And I want you to know that today.
You do matter. You do matter. And that's why I'm here. And that's why Chelsea Suarez is here. And that's why Roberta Blevins is here. And that's why Corey at the Anti-MLM Girl and Jenny Wild and Detective Lovey and Anti-MLM Nicole and all Lara MB. That's why we're all here. Because you matter, and you matter way more than joining an MLM. And you matter way more than letting your belief in God and Jesus, whatever that belief might be used to manipulate you into becoming a market partner or trying to stay as a market partner. You matter more than this manipulation.
That you matter. And you have a purpose for being here. And she had even mentioned, you might be here right now feeling like you're killing it. You're crushing life, right? You might be just...
I just have a hard time believing that your purpose, Brittany and Connie, on being on this earth, is to do this. I have to believe, as a Christian, I said I was a recovering Catholic. I am still very much Christian. I don't really know, I don't really know where I fall in line of any kind of religion. But I still believe in purpose. I have to believe that your purpose was not this. Because, doesn't the Bible talk about excessive wealth and owning too much stuff and that the rich will have a harder time getting into heaven? I hope you're going to talk about those Bible quotes. Here's the thing, Brittany and Connie, because, you'll probably never see this. Maybe you will. I don't know. People who are manipulative are smart. You are smart women. And I also truly don't believe that you think what you're doing is manipulating. I don't think you understand. I don't think that you fully grasp the weight, the magnitude of this particular thing right here. You weaponizing God for your MLM. I don't think you get it.
On top of the world, over the last 18 months, we have felt, or it's been maybe even longer than that now. I feel like it's been 2 years. It's been forever, right? Over these last X amount of months, a lot of people's joy has been stripped, or they've gone through these struggles and they've allowed this negativity to get into their headspace. But you matter. You matter more than you might even realize. And they were talking about how, sometimes we pray, Lord, get us out of this situation. But before I say that, you might feel like you're crushing it, right? You might feel like you're all there, or you might have the totally different experience of this was the worst year of my life. This was the hardest year. When I get hit hard and I'm going down, right? So you can be on whatever side, and it doesn't matter. The Lord is going to meet you where you're at today. It doesn't mean he's not going to meet me here because I'm good, or he's not going to meet me here because I'm struggling. No, he's going to meet you exactly where you're at and what you need. But they were just saying things like, and I kind of try to jot it down really quick, but, sometimes you go, why? I'm praying, Lord, for this to happen, or to stop with the getting hit with all the hardships and the struggles. And, I want him to meet me where I want him to. I want him to meet my expectations.
I really hope you're about to say that that's not how this works, but we'll see.
But sometimes God doesn't meet our expectations because he eventually wants to exceed our expectations. And when Torwell said that, I was like, whoa, that is, yeah, and hallelujah. And I got on my phone and I'm, writing down these notes, because how powerful of a statement that sometimes God doesn't meet our expectations.
He
because
exceeds
he's gonna exceed
You know what?
them.
I can't say that I disagree with that. I've had a very blessed, fortunate year. And whether you believe in God or not, whether you're agnostic, atheist, whatever, I do believe that God has played a role in my life. I've had a very, very fortunate series of events that is coupled with my hard work and where I wanted my personal career to go. But again, exceeding your expectations is not being the 1%. Whether the 1%, and this is not what God means, but the 1% of what your expectations are is in your MLM, or even the 1% in like the world of that type of wealth. That's God's expectations do not revolve around your financial success. Okay? I'm just going to say that one more time. God's expectations for you do not revolve around your financial success.
He's going to do something more powerful, more amazing than you ever thought possible.
Yeah. And he can only do that sometimes, you guys, by allowing you to go through the fire, right? And so I always think about too, like, well, I want you to say it. Say what you're gonna say, because
I don't know. I'm just over here chatting on the phone while I'm folding my daughter's clothes and just telling her, oh my gosh, just having a normal conversation. Now I'm put on the spot. Okay. Well, you also had mentioned, David and Goliath, right? God never loses a battle, and he never wastes a battle.
Ooh.
And that's a good one, right? Because
wow.
He loses it, but he also doesn't waste it. So when there is something that you're going through, there's a struggle, there's something that is just hard, he's not wasting that. He's not letting anything slip by. He's going to use that for good and for a purpose. And just like with David and Goliath, right? He didn't take that sword away from Goliath. He equipped David to win that battle. But he didn't just, David could have prayed, Lord, take Goliath away.
I don't like, doesn't seem like she knows the whole story. But when did becoming a market partner at Monet qualify you to also become a preacher?
A scary giant, like, I'm done, I don't want to do it. He's like, no. You're going to go into that battle, but you're going to win that battle. I'm not going to waste that battle. You're going to win it, and it's going to be for the glory, the glory of God, right?
So what's the battle?
I just think that that's so powerful. There was another song.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I got a call. There was another song called Godsend, and I want you to listen to that one too. And it talks about how, sometimes we go through hard things. Sometimes we go through these moments where we're just like broken and we're hurting. And in the song she goes, maybe all of those hard moments, maybe all of those moments of feeling so sad and so alone or so confused were actually God-sent moments, because in those moments I grew closer to you, my faith grew closer, I learned to lean on you. Those were the God-sent moments, were the struggles. And I think that that's so important to remember. Like, it's getting me choked up. It's so important to remember that you're going to have highs and lows in life. You're going to have highs and lows in business, in your journey through entrepreneurship, right?
You are not an entrepreneur. You are not an entrepreneur. Jesus went to the temple and flipped all your tables because you're not an entrepreneur.
In your dreams, you might go, Lord, why didn't you, grant this prayer, like this dream that I want? Well, maybe it's not. Maybe he's going to go far beyond what you ever imagined.
Maybe because your dream is a scam and God doesn't care about your MLM. To be fair, I can't say completely that God doesn't care about your MLM, just like you can't say anything you're saying completely. But I think that there's a little bit more biblical facts that would back up my statement than yours.
But you have to keep going. These are God-sent moments to teach you and mold you and shape you
sick
into the best version of yourself.
So good. You're just like dropping fire, right? You guys, like, so true. I was thinking too, you guys, one of the things, now I'm going to go back to what you asked me about, how do I keep my headspace right? And I'm telling you guys that, like she said, once you start to see that every obstacle or every setback is just a preparation for a comeback, right? It's a way for God to use you. Every obstacle, it's used to be an opportunity, right? If you
So every setback in your business?
start seeing things this way, because you know how God works, it changes your whole life, you guys. And faith is actually a muscle. Let me tell you that. Faith is a muscle, meaning the more you
Where exactly is that located? Can you, if I got a map, could you show me where my faith muscle is located on my body? Thanks.
exercise it, and the more you've gone through hard things with God and you see what he does, you're like, okay, now I know going forward what to expect. And that's why my headspace stays okay, even when the winds come and the waves come and the fire comes down on me, because it's all gonna.
Did anyone else just get like a hysterical visual? Because I did.
Still happen to me, right? I know what I know because I've seen it in the past, and I've exercised my faith. And sometimes you want out of situations so bad that you're never going to be able to exercise your faith. How are you going to lose weight if you don't go do some squats at the gym, right? This is the same
Do not bring weight loss into this. Don't you dare do that.
analogy. You can't just go, well, I just want it to come off, Lord. Take the pounds off. Bam. No, he's going to say, get your booty buns to the gym and start squatting, sister, and get some pain. And then you'll.
I don't think God ever has said to me, get your booty buns to the gym, sister. God, or what kind of conversations are we having?
Start to see it. Faith is the same way. It's a muscle, and it can only be activated when you work it out, you guys. Let me read this, and then you can kind of close this out. I actually went to my devotion for today in Open Doors. And you guys, I went on my stories tonight, and we'll do this more, I promise. We'll get into this, but
Thank
I
God.
said, what questions do you want to hear? Some of you had some real offside questions, and we can talk about those
Oh,
sometime.
what are the offside
But one of you asked
questions?
this, and it was so good. You said, I'm realizing that there are so many people that, like around me, that don't have God in their life. What would you say to them? And that's like a really
Nothing.
heavy loaded question. And honestly, there's so many different which ways I could say it, but here's where I would start. I probably wouldn't say much, right?
Okay, we
and
agree.
depending on the relationship, right, I would just live out what I say I believe.
That, hey, Connie, we agree. I do not ever appreciate when somebody tries to sell me their religion. So, yeah, I just try to live through God. Good. All right, we agree.
The biggest witness to people about the existence of God and how good he is you and your response in your life. That is the biggest walking testimony to people. So you keep living your life out. You keep sharing the goodness every opportunity you can. And guess what the goodness is? Sometimes it's not always the straight up gospel. The goodness is your story. The power of your own story is so relatable to people, and that will bring people to start asking questions. And then you can go.
So is your story of being successful in Monet supposed to be what's going to bring people to Monet? I'm just trying to figure out how you, like, where your brain is.
Go there and go, well, why don't you believe in God? And okay, so what do you believe happens when you die? And oh, so you believe there's no moral authority. You think that everyone, and you can go there. I could go there. But it takes some time. Sometimes you have to wait for those opportunities.
I think the best meme I ever saw was, maybe it was a quote, somebody was talking about it, but the fact that atheists are kind of the best because they're just good people because they want to be, not because they're afraid of God. So actually, there's no moral authority. Come on. I'm friends, my best friend is atheist, agnostic, best person I've ever known in my entire life. And she does it because she wants to be a good person, not because she's afraid of God. So
I think living your life out and sharing your testimony is the single greatest thing you can do to show people there is a God and how good he is, you guys. And I'll just say this really quickly. I think the biggest impact I personally have ever had in my life is people seeing Connie's been through some really crappy stuff and watching how I've responded to it. Because see, the witness is not in, well, Connie's just so taken care of and her life's amazing because she loves Jesus and oh, she's just so perfect and her husband's a pastor. No. Connie and Phil have been through some crap.
your husband's a pastor and you're a market partner or managing builder rep partner, whatever. Oh my gosh.
Let me see how they handle it. Let me see if they really do what they say they believe they did. For all the things, right? So I think that is it. But here's the devotion for today, and then Britt can end. November 15th. how crazy, Britt? Because I'm like, I'm just going to see if it ties in. If it doesn't, I won't read it. Here's what it is. Why you need others in tough times. When you experience a setback, you guys, your natural response may be to withdraw, build a wall around yourself, and push people away. Let me tell you, there's a better way. When setbacks weaken your faith, allow other people to trust God for you. You guys, sometimes you are so far down you can't feel or see, or this is why I'm so thankful for Brady. This is why we wanted to do this. Like, we have this circle of friends that genuinely come around us, not to be fake, you guys, not to do anything other than lift us up when sometimes we don't see it or feel it. And I'm just encouraging you guys, like, be a part of these things. Like, get on these calls, get in the studies or the Bible groups that your friends are doing or whatever. Even if you don't know anything, or you're like, I don't even know if I believe this stuff, that's okay. Because guess what, like Brittany said, God will meet you where you are with all of your unbelief, all of your doubt, all of this stuff. He will meet you there. You just have to be willing to go there, and you can rely on other people to lift you up when you don't have.
Amen. I don't have anything else to say. I mean, literally, that's what it's all about. And sometimes I sit here and I'm thinking in my head, I'm not worthy, like, to even be here trying to talk to you guys about this stuff, right? I'm no one. And sometimes I don't even feel like I have enough knowledge, and I don't know, I just don't feel like I'm supposed to, that I'm here supposed to be talking to you about.
You're not. Like, Brittany, you're not supposed to be preaching this in relation to your MLM. You're not.
You go for it, say it.
He doesn't equip the qualified. He qualified. Oh my gosh.
You guys know what I'm talking about. You don't have to be qualified.
You just gotta be called, and you gotta go.
Qualified for what? To preach about the gospel? Or to sell Monet? Or are you trying to connect the two? Because, like, anybody with half a brain knows that's what you're trying to do here.
Okay, I went down a whole different rabbit hole right now. But the whole point of this is that no one's perfect. No one knows what they're doing. I don't have a script up here. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. But I want to make a difference, and we want to walk away, or we want you to walk away from this call today feeling like, wow, I feel really good. These girls just love the Lord. They love people. They want to make an impact. And you go out there and you do the same, because you can do it just as much, because he does not call the qualified, okay? He just wants you to go.
So true. Okay, guys, the devotion is called Open Doors. It's a year of daily devotion, so it's one a day. But yeah, like Britt said, you guys, we're going to keep at it, okay? So every month, and I promise I'm going to be better. I'm sorry, Brady, I botched all the times, but we're here because we love you, so.
All right, that's it. Go. Do not let Satan in your headspace today. You say, not today, Satan. You're not coming out here to kill,
not today,
steal, or
Monet.
destroy my happiness. And you go out and do what you were made to do, because you matter, and you are here for a reason. You are here on purpose and for a purpose. So go out there, and if anything, go blast those songs. Go look up Riley Clemens and Torrin Wells and blast their music in your house, in your car,
Okay,
and just thank the Lord for what He's doing.
I can't. All right, so here's what this all boils down to. If this was a completely separate part of her, like if she had a different account that was specifically about faith and religion and warding off Satan, then, you do you. Like, I have no problem with how you want to feed your spiritual life. So, like, I want to be, like, very clear about that. My problem is that you are connecting your spiritual life with your business and trying to make them be about, like, the same. And that is manipulation. It is so manipulative for you to do that, for you to try to connect religion and faith and God and Jesus and all the things that He wants for us to what it is that you're doing. Because at the end of the day, Brittany and Corinne, I really believe that deep down that 90 to 99% of the people underneath you are never going to reach your level. Like, you have to know that, right? You have to know that, because I'm not going to sit here and say that I think you're dumb or you're stupid. I think you're really smart. I think that you know exactly what you're doing. So that's why I think you know that. And that's why this is extremely problematic. That's all I want. I just had to react to this because this makes me angry, and this is why I can't stand religion. I have strong faith, but I can't stand religion. So again, this video is not intended and is not a personal attack on Connie Sanchez or Brittany Rose. I am not attacking them in any way as who they are. I am criticizing and commenting on what they're saying because I believe it is wrong and it is harmful, and it's actually dangerous, because what they have done is they have weaponized your faith to manipulate you to stay in this business, which has a 99.67% failure rate. So I'm going to go back to finishing my salad and back to my full-time job, because I took my lunchtime to do this because I was pretty enraged. I guess like and subscribe, whatever, the little buttons down below. That's it for me today. You all have a beautiful, beautiful day. And as always, don't join an MLM.